shiny and new. It's all shiny and new. Welcome to Loud and Nerdy on a Tuesday night in August, the dog days of summer, Jerry. I'm JW Colwell, your host, joined by Jerry Kamora, Slapjaw guitarist, and this week a parent taking a kid to college. And we are also joined by the Grand Poobah, the high estimable Joe Ridgley of the Indie Escape Network. And, you know, it's going to be, we're going to talk really openly and honestly first. And then we're going to get to all the normal shit we normally do on a Tuesday night, which is yammer at one another, bicker, fight about.
Can we just start off by saying, there weren't colleges like that back in my day, Jerry.
The shit he's posted today.
You guys have no idea.
Fucking barbecues and fucking like.
He gets 3 meals a day, but he can go back for seconds, all covered, right? They give him like $500 in his account to go off campus and buy like Starbucks and all that stuff each semester. Then he lives on the Red Bull floor. They have coolers of Red Bull. He can go and grab a Red Bull anytime he wants. Free.
And
he got his own dorm as a freshman.
I don't fucking understand.
I don't either, but I mean,
youth is wasted on the young. It's wasted on the young. I was watching that stuff today, just like in awe. And you and your lovely wife moving him in and getting everything set up, and his room looks funny. I love the idea that he took the top bunk, even though there's no bunk underneath. Like he's going to be near the
ceiling. That up. That was lower. He's like, I want this higher because I want to buy like this cheap couch off of Temu and put it under there. And like he's making this like an apartment.
Oh, wait a minute. You mean he wants a futon under there so when he invites the girls over.
Well, he has his girlfriend back out in PA, so when she comes out to visit, but
I feel like that's always we
did a registry.
That's always we did a register. I think I'm going to send.
He had a registry.
I think I'm going to give him. I'm going to send him a gift package. It's going to include my my Patrick Mahomes voodoo doll that I use on Chiefs Raiders days. Because he's a big Chiefs fan. Okay, I want to get to this. We were going to have a guest on last week. Did not happen. I wanted to owe it to everybody why it didn't happen, why we canceled the show, and how there are going to be changes because of this particular incident. I want to get the series out of the way so we can talk about movies and fun shit and really good television shows that are premiering all over the fucking place. So we were going to have a guest on. The guest had some questionable things that were brought up to us at the very last minute. We didn't know if they were true. We didn't care if they were true. If there was any hint of it being true, we wanted no part of it as a network, as a show, and me as a podcaster. I owe it to Jerry to protect him as well. I owe it to Joe to protect him and our work on this network. We did that. I did it to the best of my ability. And if people are upset about it, I'm sorry about it, but I'm also kind of not sorry. So I wish everybody the best, and I would have liked to do the show, but there were so many fucking questions that I couldn't, in good conscience, do that. Because I'm honest to our fans. I'm honest to Joe in our venture that we have together. I'm certainly honest to Jerry, who I dragged into this endeavor as kind of like a person that we were friendly in high school, and I kind of dragged him onto the show, and now he shows up and hangs out with me on Tuesday nights. And so there might be some changes. Nice. We might see Joe more occasionally because Joe is really good at the technical side of things. He gets Instagram up and running, which I'm stupid with, and all kinds of things like that. And also, Joe is a really excellent producer and a great podcaster himself. And if he wants to dip his toes with us on a Tuesday night, he's more than welcome. But if there are changes and we might have guest hosts or different hosts, bear with us and realize that we have the only thing I have in this world, besides my wife, my nephews, my aunts, my family that I love, is my good name. And I take that very fucking seriously. And so does Jerry, and so does Joe. So, and I'm not going to put anybody in any kind of a position where I felt last week we were put in a position where it was a no-win situation. It was a Kobayashi Maru type situation, Star Trek 2 style, and we had to play with what we had, and times have changed now. So we're going to do what we can. We're going to be as fun and happy as we always are, but faces and places and times and things may change going forward. And it starts tonight. We have a new logo. What was that, Jerry?
Twilight Zone stays.
Twilight Zone stays. No shit. You didn't send me a movie. Okay. Oh shit. I didn't even think about that. Anyway, we'll talk. You're at a loss. So no, we don't need Jerry's movie tonight. But I just wanted to get that out of the way. And if people are mad, they can send me messages.
Well, I just don't have it with me.
You don't have anything. I got it. If they're mad, it starts with me and it goes through Joe, because the other side of this is both he and I made this decision, and it was a very quick decision.
It wasn't an easy decision.
It wasn't easy, but it was quick. And
yes,
because whatever you're hearing or whatever you don't hear or whatever, I hope you stick with us. And that's it. Let's get to news. So I didn't get to discuss it last week because we didn't have a show, but I do want to talk about this. It is the hottest thing in Hollywood right now. So let's chat.
Is it me? Oh, it's not me.
It's not you. No. Well, I mean, you're close. You're like a zaddy. I'll give you a zaddy status. Let's talk about Weapons. One of the biggest hits of the year. Low budget, $38 million. Low budget for Hollywood standards. It's the third. I heard nothing. I am lost. It's okay. Ken, just
it's better to be lost.
It's better to be lost than to know the whole story. And
I'm glad you're here, brother.
Yeah, we're glad you're here. I'd much rather people be lost and stuck with us than lost and not. So we're glad you're here. Weapons is one of the biggest hits of the summer, boys. And what I would say is the numbers are astounding in a second week for a horror film, Jerry. If I told you it only dropped 40%, 44% to be exact. So opening weekend it grosses 43. Second weekend it grosses 24. Beats the only new movie opening in wide release called Nobody 2, which was pretty good for an action movie sequel. Made on the cheap. Another movie that's made on the cheap. It grossed $9 million over the weekend. And it's pretty good. But Weapons, I was talking about this with Rich last night. Weapons and Sinners, I think we could get an end of the year where we have 1, 2, or 3 horror films nominated for Best Picture. And I mean that wholeheartedly and sincerely. It does not happen every year. And this might be a year where horror films get noticed. And Sinners is definitely going to get nominated for Best Picture.
There's a lot of buzz about that movie going on.
Oh my God, it's such a good movie. And then Weapons is, I don't think Weapons is as good as Sinners, but Weapons is brilliant in its own right, dealing with communal trauma and the idea of a fable and a story that's passed down from one generation to the other. Going to hit a dry spell until October with new Tron. I'm not sure the dry spell isn't going to go past Tron, to be honest. I think Tron looks great, but the Tron movies have never done exceptional business. Tron Legacy did not do very well,
but there are still mega fans.
There are definitely mega fans, but I just want to point out that the Tron films, they've done a great job of, Tron has kind of become this buzz thing because it's at Walt Disney Studios now. It's at, you know what I mean?
I found one of the original helmets on display at Disney when I was there. Not sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a great movie. The first 2 movies.
I was looking for old stuff, and I'm like, the Tron helmet right here. It's the
we're gonna be in a fucking dry spell. Although Weapons is the type of movie like Sinners where it's word of mouth and it builds and builds, and it's already an astoundingly again, only cost $38 million. Weapons is already at $90 million, give or take. Which for a horror film again, I can't. 40% drop for any movie is in this day and age astounding, especially considering people are expecting it to be on on streaming in a matter of moments. But it's at 88 million for 2 weeks. But I want to say it is one of the best movies of the year. Like it's astoundingly good. It's got a buzzy. I don't want to give anything away, although we're 2 weeks in. I think we can, but it's got a buzzy kind of villain. She's gonna be all over the fucking place for Halloween. She just is. And it's just one of those great movies. Julie Garner's really good. Josh Brolin's great. It's a really solid piece of entertainment. The guy who did
Did you
Barbarian.
see that? Our Gabe was at the premiere of that, and Josh Brolin and what's her name was there?
I saw Gabe at the premiere, and then I also saw him like eating cake at a sci-fi convention this weekend, a horror convention. There was a Scream cake and there was a Jason cake. Again, because this Jason universe thing apparently is gonna take off, I guess. That's another thing that
I didn't
happened.
see the short yet.
You haven't seen it? I've seen it.
Is it actually a commercial or is it a movie?
I don't know how to answer it. Also, okay, it's definitely got product placement. The kids going drinking in the woods are definitely drinking Apple Orchard, Angry Orchard, right? So, like, whether you believe a bunch of 20-somethings are drinking Angry Orchard at a cabin in the woods, how hard do you want to go on that? Now, couple things. A lot of the kills are off screen, so a lot of the kills are the slasher variety where the person runs through various, like, oh my god, that guy's tied to a fucking tree, and holy shit, that one's on a clothesline, and it's so you don't see the kills. It's only 13 minutes, right? It was released on August 13th. It's 13 minutes. There are 2 legit Jason kills, right? In the like, but a couple things. He looks a little plain. He looks like the sketch that we were looking at, and Jerry and I were kind of like, I don't like the fucking mask. The mask doesn't look as bad in the.
It has the square eyes.
I don't know what the fuck it is. I think it's more than I don't think
In
it's
the holes.
I don't,
There's not enough holes.
it could be the holes, but I also think it
tough.
looks like a guy who's taking a hike. Like, you know what I mean? Like, our Jason, whatever Jason you look at, either has a giant sackcloth on his head, and he's wearing overalls, and he looks huge, or our Jason, if we get into like the Kane Hodder Jasons, they're wearing like not fatigues, but like a military outfit with like a belt and got the gloves and
Everything's all ripped to shreds.
and it's this one just looks like he got lost. Like, now I don't know other way to explain
he
it.
needs
Comes
to
out,
eat a burger or 2. He's too skinny.
he's a big dude. I will say that he is definitely a big dude. Where other places where it goes haywire for me, the 2 good kills are great. The one kill, he kills somebody with a fucking boat engine. Like, yes, 100 times yes, right? Boat engine. It reminded me. You know what it reminded me of, Jerry? This is a deep cut. I don't know if Joe's gonna get this one, but I know Jerry will. You remember the kill of the psychiatrist in part 7, where he comes over the hill and he has the fucking weed whacker?
Yeah.
It has that vibe to it. And then he basically, he uses the propeller, drops it on the guy's face, and then caves the guy's face in with the rest of the engine. And then when another guy tries to stop him, that guy runs away. He takes the fucking propeller off and flings it into him. Yes, the answer is yes on that.
So this is officially licensed, and this is like canon to.
This is canon. This is Jason Universe. Now. Here's the funny thing: we're not using Friday the 13th, even though we just solved that fucking lawsuit that's been forever. The other problem with the short, and this is a weird thing, it has a final girl in it, and I don't know how else to explain it except that she's really strong. She's borderline 7th movie strong. You know what I mean? And I don't know what, like, and it ends abruptly with them facing off. And it's like, I don't know what the fuck's happening here. So, again, it's a little bit all over the place. He comes out of the water. Like, all of those things work. The kills, one really good kill, and then a bunch of other kills that are scattered. It's like a giant, like, basically it's Crystal Lake has become like a place where people rent cabins. So it's all these fucking yuppies and like, you know what I mean? Like, so
everybody that deserves to die in a movie.
Yes, I mean, yeah. But like I said, where it wanders for me, like the kills are okay. Right? The kills that they wander into, people are cut in half. People are like, hanging on a fucking clothesline, and they do a good job setting up. Like, there's also like a whole thing where the final girl she goes missing. Right? She gets pulled down by Jason. She walks out of the water and she walks in on her fiance sleeping with her best friend, and so there's a whole like weird other thing set up, and then Jason shows up and everybody gets fucking hammered,
and they all
except for
die.
Right, because they were fucking exactly, and they were drinking Angry Orchard.
And would have no other day.
More reason to die. So, but it's fine.
Wait, how many Angry Orchards does it take to get a buzz?
I don't know. I sent I think I sent Jerry the picture. There is a tap that is being sold only to distributors, only to bars, where you get the full Jason fucking head. That's the tap.
That's cool.
Portrait.
That is pretty cool.
It's like a $7,000 tap, though. Who's putting a $7,000 tap? I mean, you have to be a really big like it would have to be like a horror themed bar, wouldn't it? I don't ask questions. I just looked at the price and was like, also it looked good. Like it looked better than it did in the movie. But like I said, it's 13 minutes. It came out on August 13th. Everybody was like jazz for 14 minutes, and then everybody started descending. I don't hate it. Because again, it had two good kills.
Where is it?
It's on YouTube. It's Angry Orchard. You just plug in Angry Orchard. I think what's it called? It's got a title.
I'll check it out.
It's got a title. Yeah, we'll talk about it more next week. Something Revenge, Sweet Revenge, I think is what it's called. It's called Sweet Revenge.
Angry Revenge.
Sweet Revenge is the name of it. And again, it's okay, but he looks. I mean, I don't know. I think they've shit the bed on the design. I think they're gonna have to change the design before we get going. Loud and Nerdy has a link. I posted to it. Thank you, Ken. I know you did, and I know I watched it right after. I know I might have posted it after you. But it was fine. Like it wasn't. Like it had like Jerry will understand. It has a really weird ending. Like the ending to me is like the ending should always be girl escapes, runs away, but in this one she steps right to him and then it ends. And it's like, it gave me the other thing, like yeah, it's a stupid fucking thing. But like the thing it gave, what I thought of, and it gave a lot of people this feeling apparently. It was Busta Rhymes and Michael. Right? Like the idea that Busta Rhymes steps to Michael Myers and doesn't get fucking killed is one of the most ridiculous Halloween sequel shit ever, right? And so at the end of this whole thing, he's killed everybody in this fucking camp, and she just fucking steps to him. And it's like, okay, that doesn't paint Jason in the best light. You know what I mean? And then, she's sipping on an Angry Orchard while he's tormenting her in the boat. Hi, boys on the road. Let's see how well my Wi-Fi lasts on the roads. Haha. Thank you for joining us, Raven. And my warm wishes to your family. I know you might be going through some stuff, so much love. But so I don't know. When you see it, I am dying to talk to people who've seen
Yeah, I'll
it.
check it out. I'm just
Okay.
in college mode.
Well, and it's just I think you'll think it's silly too at the end. I think anybody who's a Jason fan is like, what? Halloween 420, best Halloween ever, laughing my ass off. No, it's not. No, you're not talking about H2O. No, that one's terrible. The Busta Rhymes one is awful. The
Was
Busta
that
Rhymes
one
one.
which one was with Josh Hart?
Yeah, for H2O is Josh Hart. H2O is good. H2O is solid. It's a solid Michael movie, right? It's like Return of Michael Myers level. You know what I mean? Like it's not crazy. It doesn't go apeshit insane like Revenge or Curse, right? That are fucking bonkers. And it's better. Like if you're doing quality of Halloween movies, the Busta Rhymes one is really low. Again, because he gets a punch in. Like Michael shouldn't be taking punches from Busta Rhymes. I'm sorry, I like Busta Rhymes, but there's no way. Anyway, we also lost some people this week, and I want to talk about them really quick. We lost this guy.
Yes. I did see
Terrence
that.
Stamp, but for people in our generation, the three of us, we saw this is how he looked in real life, but this is how we saw when you heard Terrence Stamp died. This is who you
Yes.
thought of first.
Kneel
Yes.
to Zod.
Kneel before Zod. Take my hand and pledge eternal loyalty to Zod. Anyway, I've rewatched Superman 2 in the LL Cool J one is H2O.
Good
Halloween
Lord, how many
20 years
rappers
later.
did they have?
Well, the Busta Rhymes one is
At that
Busta
time,
Rhymes,
it was about time to wrap it up.
and was LL Cool. Okay, so first off, LL Cool J is a much better actor than Busta Rhymes. Point blank. Also, LL Cool J in H2O is actually the security guard. He's actually quite good in it. It was also right around the time he did Deep Blue Sea, so he was kind of like he was in all these genre movies that were fun, and he was good in them. So I have no problem with LL Cool J. Busta Rhymes can fuck right off. I like Busta Rhymes, but not against Michael.
I gotta get it. You're gonna get it.
So Terrence Stamp passed away. He was Zod, but he was also super talented. He had so many movies. Started out in Billy Budd. He was in Far from the Maddening Crowd. He was in The Adventures of Priscilla Queen of the Desert, which is one of the great movies about transgender performers. That was fantastic. He was in Collector. He was in all these movies that we don't talk about. And he's probably best known for being Zod. He was also in Star Wars as Chancellor Valorum, who basically is the guy that gets replaced by the Emperor. So if you're a Star Wars fan, he was there. But he was like one of the more brilliant actors of his time. He worked with some of the best directors, Pier Paolo Pasolini. He worked with Ken Loach. He worked, and Steven Soderbergh. He made a movie called The Limey in 1999. That is one of the great, Cockney villain film noir movies. The Limey is fantastic. But he was also in Legal Eagles, Wall Street, Young Guns, Alien Nation. So he was all over the fucking place. And he just, his final film was Last Night in Soho, which came out about 4 years ago. And he was just one of those great actors that we knew him for one role, but he was good in so many things. So rest in peace, Terrence Stamp. We wish you the best. Okay, here's a question for you two. Let's see if we get it. Tell me, how much is this logo worth?
$50.
$50. Little low, Joe. Little low. How much? How much is?
500.
How much?
500.
500. Little high.
Okay, you
So
said it
this-
last night. I don't remember.
I know. Fuck, you're ahead of Jerry. That's not even fair. You didn't get it right. Damn it. 007. This logo, which is one of the most widely iconic pop
Ooh,
culture
Mr.
logos.
Kata, I know.
Mr.
100
Kata.
years later, he got a watch.
Yeah, it's 100 years later, you got to watch. So Joe Karoff passed away, and many people might not know who Joe Karoff is, but not on this show where we're gonna celebrate Mr. Karoff as soon as I can find the one fucking picture I didn't put where I needed to put it. But fuck me. It's okay.
Well, Jerry, what he doesn't realize is before I just reorganized all the
You
pictures on purpose.
look. I still can
Let's see if you really know what you're doing.
I can at least read the pictures. Okay, the guy on the right is Joe Karoff. He passed away. He also, if you look at this poster, Jerry, this is the poster for the original West Side Story in 1961, and it is one of the great, most intricately designed posters in the history of film. And he also did that. But here's where it gets fun. He was paid $300 for the original design for 007. That has lasted to the end of time. Also did posters for Manhattan, several movie posters, and so he was a pop culture phenom. When he turned 100 years old, the Bond producers, who only paid him $300 for the 007 logo, gave him a very expensive watch and a thanks for creating one of the most iconic logos in the history of film, and a pat on the back. And Joe Karoff passed away. He was from New Jersey, and he was just he was amazing artist who did all these posters, all these movie logos and designs, slicks, and and I was amazed that he was only paid $300.
Well, I mean,
it's fucking unbelievable. Cool. What's up?
That franchise is pretty old, though. I mean,
well, that's 60. We're 64 years in. So, but the idea that they only paid $300 and they got that, which is still on every fucking 007 poster. It is when we get to the next Bond, and whoever the next Bond is, the first picture he will be taken with is that logo. Like I said last night, it's become an example taught in our college courses on design about making sure your price will work correctly and make sure you have contracts in place. It's a great example, just like other comic book artists that are also getting ripped off by Disney and Warner Bros. We talked about that last night too. This is a prime example of a person who, I don't want to say got taken advantage of, because he spun it off into a very amazing career of making art and doing things. But it's $300.
How much money were people making a week in the 60s? So $300 as a lump sum for an artist?
I would say
took like 10 minutes to draw that or less.
I would say yes. But when you think about any time you've seen 007.
Oh yeah, I mean they should give him a kickback. Yes,
as
many times.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't know then, right?
But
I mean,
the other, no, that's true. They didn't know that, but also
you're hoping this will work, and here we are, eons later.
Yeah, Eon is actually the name of the company. That's funny. Eon is a production company. Also, the other thing that they bought the logo, and the other thing that kind of hits really sad as he passed away at a ripe old age. I think it was 102. Another thing that kind of like jumps out is that he was 103 actually. Another thing that comes out, he never got any credit in any of the Bond films.
Oh, that sucks.
Ever. For the logo. So he could say he did it, and they would confirm that he did it, but he never got credit in a Bond movie or on screen as the creator of the logo. It's a sad story, but he like in his passing this week, there have been more people who've come out. Back then, ours were treated like shit. Studios owned all the rights. Yeah. But the other thing that's happened in the last 20 years or so is that, we've tried to redress the problems with comic book artists getting left out of their creations. We've tried to redress. This was one person that didn't get that redress. He got a watch. You know what I mean? And they're still being taken advantage of. So it's like one of those things where it's like, and yeah, sure, $300 lump sum for one drawing. Yeah. But the funny thing about it is, think about it. this picture, and I'm going to put this out there to you. What gun does 007 use? Do you know? A Walter PPK is what Bond uses. I have knowledge because we do Generation Movie Bondathons every year, except for this year, and he used the Walter PPK. That is not that gun. So the gun that is in this photo is actually the gun that Sean Connery took a picture with when they were promoting Bond in the States. So like he doesn't. I'll show you the image, and then I can't show you the image, but basically that classic picture of Sean Connery holding the gun like this in front of his near his face is the gun. Where'd it go? That's a Walter P38. Looks nothing like that gun. So the gun he actually
P38, is it?
a Walter
Megatron. Megatron was a Walter P38.
PPK. Is it PPK? I don't know. I don't know guns, people. I just know what Bond.
Well, the only reason I know Walter P38 is because that's what Megatron was in 1983 when I got him.
I wanted Megatron.
I got Megatron. I got Optimus Prime.
I'd love to have that one too.
Oh, I still have my original.
I do too, but I don't have those two.
Wait a second. I'll show you the picture, and then you'll be able to see it. Maybe, I don't know. Fuck. Now that I've done it, I can't get the picture to work. Fuck me. Hold on.
And this is why we're the professionals, lady and
yeah. Well, you know what? Look, part of being the professionals is that we spin off into other things. And every once in a while we spin off into things where you need to meet a picture. So that's the picture.
Bam. Oh, okay.
And then that's the picture. That was the pictures that they were using to promote Sean Connery in the States. And again, he uses a totally different gun in the movie. But then you look at this, that's the gun that makes 007, right? And it you can see it. It's kind of cool that he had a production and he designed the logo. I think he said he did 2 hours work for $300 in 1960. But rest in peace, Joe Karoff. And also, the West Side Story poster is one of the most beautiful posters you'll ever see. Like, it's such a great poster that totally captures the artistry of the dancing, and everything, And they apparently have done a documentary on him as well. So, rest in peace, Joe Karoff. We appreciate you on this show. Yeah, see, it's a totally different gun. Totally different fucking gun. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's perfect. It's like the logo is totally different. Like, I think that's amazing. That they showed him one picture and he's like, "Oh, I can design a logo."
Because the other one looks more badass. It just
the other one does look because it's longer.
It looks huge, man. Who's packing that thing? It's like Sledgehammer.
Where are you hiding that in your belt? Although it kind of does
in your enemy's face. That's where you're hiding.
Yeah.
I'm just excited to see you.
Oh, thanks, Money Penny. You like it's the size of my gun. Anyway, so
Oh wow,
that's amazing. That's an amazing cool gun.
I want that. That one looks more enticing than the little one.
Well, yeah, the one the one he actually carries in like the fucking he has the hanging. If
memory serves me correctly, they made a cap gun out of that.
They made a cap gun, and they also made the other gun that was like an amazing gun that I remember playing with as a kid, because we used to play in the woods or like in New York when I was a kid was guns. It didn't actually have anything. It was just guns. We're gonna go play guns. Star Wars? No, guns. Just we're gonna run around and shoot people. What it is. Now we've taken it to extremes. Anyway, in real life. But I had a gun that was a Sudden Impact. There's a movie called Sudden Impact. It's a Dirty Harry movie. In the movie, he gets a 44 auto mag, right? So it's a 44 Magnum, but it's an auto mag. So it's the first Magnum that had a clip. And I had a gun that looked just fucking like it, and I used to play with that gun every day. I think I traded a bunch of toys to get that gun from somebody.
But he knows nothing about guns.
I know nothing about guns. I know what movie character guns. I know yes, the 44 Automag. It's one of the greatest. He uses it only at the end of.
I want one of them right now, just by looking at it.
We're not a gun show, but every once in a while. But yeah, so that and Han Solo's gun, the Mauser, look, the German style Han Solo gun. Anyway, so rest in peace to him, and wish I hope you get more love and wherever you're at. We've had some streaming stuff happening. First, we want to recognize our good friends at Harlow's Haunt, who went over 10,000 streams, I think, this week. 10,001
on
was
one
the
particular platform.
Tubi. Was it Tubi? Right? Was it Tubi? Where was it? Was it YouTube?
No.
God damn it!
It's a new service that he just put it on. I can't.
But they just went over 10,000 streams. So we
on one streamer.
One streamer,
which is very cool.
We want to wish
congrats
well.
To Terry.
Also, we have this apparently happening where Joe and I possibly are getting killed because we live in Florida. Maybe Jerry can visit.
Man, no doubt
Jerry can visit. He can get murdered with us.
Well, Jerry, we're thinking Jerry's music.
Jerry's music. Ooh, okay.
Yes.
The devil's a liar, and so is the fortune teller. Ooh. Anyway,
that's a cool poster.
That is a cool poster. Both the posters are cool, and the weird, I want to say, pre-trailer. The guy walking through the woods is creepy as fuck. I've seen it. It looks creepy.
It's going to be, from what I understand, an anthology movie this time instead of just the Harlow's Haunt movie.
That's interesting. I like anthologies. I'm a big fan. Cool. I'm a big anthology
not
fan.
A lot of that anymore, right? I mean,
well, and they're not good. That's the main problem. Is we've grown up on Creep Show.
Some of them are. I mean, Cat's Eye was good, and
Cat's Eye was good. That's what I was going to say. Like,
yeah, some I agree.
Creep Show 2, but like, I'll give you an example of one that I'm sure we thought was good when we were younger, but now it's terrible. What was the one? Campfire Tales? Was it Campfire Tales or was it
Grim Prairie Tales?
Grim Prairie Tales. Grim Prairie Tales. Right?
Yeah.
Which is like the one about the guys that are by the fire in the Old West.
Yes.
That one's not good. I'm sure we loved it when we were kids.
I have that on VHS.
That's what I'm saying. But it's not like when you go back, they're not as good as they were,
right.
And they don't make them now because
it's not as good as Two Evil Eyes and.
What the hell? Did I just read on the podcast JW Pew Pews? Like, what the fuck? Yeah, Pew Pew. I like Pew Pew. Pew Pew works. Pew Pew always works. Okay. So we've had some streaming stuff. Again, congrats to the Harlow's Haunt folks. I'm looking forward to Be Murdered. I will tell you, my nephew, who's 7, heard me talking about it to somebody about, when Terry was on, and he said, the day you get murdered, I would like to be there. And I'm like, probably not, but I like your passion. So what else? We had these streaming, and again, I'll beg the question to you two gentlemen: why the fuck is Eddie Murphy streaming? Why the fuck aren't we releasing Eddie Murphy movies to theaters? This is him and Pete Davidson and Keke Palmer, and it's called The Pickup. And it
this
was
is like the 3rd or 4th one, right? That went right to
why
streaming?
The fuck are we streaming Eddie Murphy movies?
We had that Christmas one, right?
Yeah, that one was good too. That one was good too.
America 2.
Coming to America 2. Beverly Hills Cop 4. This movie, The Pickup, which is pretty good. It's an action comedy. It's a buddy action comedy. Pretty good. Lots of people in the cast.
Did the Dolomite one go right to streaming, or was
Dolomite was Netflix as well? Yeah, and what was the something Street, not Street. It's what's the jingle one? The Peppermint Lane.
Yeah, that's the Christmas one I was thinking of.
Peppermint Lane. Okay. And they say I don't remember things. Anyway,
That's five.
that's 5 Eddie Murphy movies that could easily have been in theaters and could have easily grossed $100 million each. Just on his name alone. Just the idea that if you're going to the movies, he's still one of the most bankable stars in Hollywood. Beverly Hills Cop 4 certainly would have made $100 million. I don't know that The Pickup would have, but Keke Palmer's very popular. She was in Nope. She's in a bunch of movies. She just had that hit, that sleeper hit. The
All right, so now I got a curiosity question, JW.
Go ahead.
What was Eddie Murphy's last theatrical release, and how much did it make?
Hold on. I can do this.
Gotta look it up.
Yeah, give me a second.
No,
It's not,
Dr. Doolittle?
well, he had a bunch of hits in the 90s. Hold on.
Or
Okay, wait, hold on.
Daddy Daycare?
Tower Heist. Shrek Forever After.
I mean, him starring, not a cartoon.
The last one that was a big hit was probably Dreamgirls, 2006.
Okay, so it's been almost 20 years.
It's been almost 20 years, but the idea, Dolomite came out in 2019 and was good. Coming to America came out in 2021 and was decent. You People also was something we forgot. That was the one with him and Jonah Hill, directed by Kenya Barris, was also good with David Duchovny and Neil Long and Julia Louis-Dreyfus. You know, all about like an interracial couple. That was good. Candy Cane Lane. It's not Peppermint. Candy Cane Lane.
Who's this?
You know, just for a second, Nikki.
Hey, Nikki.
Nikki is Bill McNosky's niece.
I know who Nikki is.
Okay.
Yeah, it's.
I didn't know you knew.
Yes, Nikki's great. Dolomite was amazing. Nikki also, I think, dabbled in professional wrestling before she had her son as well. So, Nikki and I, like, we're friends on Facebook and stuff.
Awesome.
She's a good kid, and her mom is one of the best people in the world. So,
Well, thank you for joining us, Nikki.
we appreciate you joining us, Nikki. So Eddie Murphy again, but Joe, what I would say to you is, the last one that made real money was Shrek Forever After, right? That was in 2010. Tower Heist was the one where they released it day and date with a streaming service. So in 2011, that was never going to work. Then he had 1,000 Words, Mr. Church, Dolomite, Coming to America, You People, Candy Cane Lane, Beverly Hills Cop 5, and Shrek 5 is headed for theaters in 2027.
I'm sorry. Is this true?
That is true. He is working on a Pink Panther movie. He is working on an Inspector Clouseau. I have no problem with that. I think that could work.
You can't do any
I would love for him to play French. I'd love for him to do voices. So if he's going to play Pink Panther, I think that is something that's in development for him. But again, like, they're also talking about another. I don't know about another Dr. Dolittle or another Nutty Professor.
That franchise already branched off with other people, didn't it?
He's so fucking bankable. Like,
Trading.
I just don't understand why we're putting movies on streaming. For him, I'm not saying for everybody else.
I'd bet $1 on that.
But The Pickup is pretty good. It's not bad.
Another
Pretty good
48 hours.
It's a convoluted plot. It's, two guys that work in Donkey French is weird. Yeah, a little bit. Okay. What else? We're doing a solo donkey movie as well. Raven, be careful with writing that. You might.
All right, so
you
I
don't
saw
wanna
a
make it
movie
pop
this
up
week
again.
with my wife, and I'm curious if you guys have seen it or not.
Anyway,
or not.
this also hit this last week. We weren't here for. I wasn't here to talk about it. I'm going to talk about it briefly. I will say this is the most frustrating release of a show
Yes.
I have ever fucking seen. We need to make a decision on this. It's either a weekly thing or all at once. We cannot release 4 episodes and then another 4 episodes in a month. That is crazy to me. And that's what they did. First 4 episodes of season 2 hit a week ago. And the next 4 episodes won't premiere until September with a huge cliffhanger at the end of the last episode, the 4th episode in of the season. I want Johnny Depp to make more movies. No, his time has passed. Don't you dare, JW. What? Don't you dare what? I like Wednesday. I just think it's a.
Is my mic better now?
Yes.
This Netflix thing that we're doing, it's 2 that's happening this way. I don't think people realize how fucking problematic the Stranger Things thing is going to be, because I think the first half of the season drops on Thanksgiving Day and the second half drops on New Year's Eve. So it's like it's going to be like, you know, everybody's going to be trying to watch it, but it's also like, because it's the kind of thing you don't want to get, you don't want to ruin it.
Joe, what were you going to get?
Actually, I lied. Hold on. I have it here. Okay, so Stranger Things, the way it's dropping, season 5, November 26th. So Black Friday, we get episode chapter 1, 2, 3, 4. Chapter 5 drops on Christmas Day. Chapter 6 drops on Christmas Day. Chapter 7 drops on Christmas Day. And then chapter 8 drops on December 31st. And Netflix can fuck right off on that. They can fuck right off on it. Just release all of them, or like pick a side here. Work with me. I can live with it weekly. If we have to wait weekly, I can live with it. I can live with binging. I can binge. But the idea of like you're dropping them out in like these little, I don't know. It pissed me off.
I'm the type of person, I either wait for the whole season to come out, or I won't watch it unless it all drops at once.
I can't hear either one.
My mic's not on?
I can hear you.
What did I do? Did I do something?
You did something.
I can't hear either one. I'm going out. I'm coming back. Hold on.
Yeah, I could hear you way better than before. He did something.
Maybe.
He's coming back.
Raven's saying I don't see you.
I'm
I think you have the Raven. I think you have the wrong link there, chickadee. Can you hear us now, JW?
I can. Is Raven coming in? Raven's trying to come in?
Yeah, I don't think she has the correct link. But anyway, so my wife and I, we saw a movie this week, and I'm not sure if you guys have seen it yet. Bring Her Back.
I have not. I'm dying.
I saw the cover for that, but I didn't watch it.
I had to watch it twice. That is freaking bizarre. It go into it blind. Don't read anything about it.
That's how, by the way, just for say, blind is how everybody should go into weapons. Don't know anything. I don't want to give anything away, even though we're 2 weeks out. I'm not going to lie to you. Go in blind. Don't know anything. Okay. Raven, I am sending this to you right now. Maybe.
Because she wants to talk Wednesday.
She can.
I'll go take a nap then.
Well, there's no reason.
I'm kidding.
There's no reason to take a nap. I sent her the link.
Yeah, but today's Tuesday.
Today is Tuesday.
It's not Wednesday.
And Wednesday was released on a Wednesday.
What's going on tomorrow?
And this is so true, but also I don't complain about movies being 3 hours long. I'm fine.
Oh, no. 3-hour movies, I need an intermission. I need a pee break. I'm old, man. So
I have one friend right now who I played Dungeons and Dragons with, and we went to see Killers of the Flower Moon in theaters, and halfway through the movie he turned to me and goes, "How long is this fucking movie?" And I'm like, "It's 3 hours and 15 minutes," and he's like,
2 hours.
3 hours. I'm a millennial. I can't do this.
All right, let's see what Miss Raven is up to.
How are you doing?
Raven?
Excuse my looks. I've been up since like 6 this morning.
Oh, I'm just ugly. It's okay.
I just thought you were going for a Wednesday look.
Oh, wait, well, no braids today. No, Wednesday was great. What was your problem with Wednesday?
It wasn't with the show. I wanted to watch the end of the season.
Oh, you mean that it has a cliffhanger in the middle? Oh my God, we had to wait. We have to wait a little bit, like the olden days.
Shut up, Raven. Shut up.
I thought you were like totally like okay with waiting and wanting long times for like drops and stuff. Weren't you just complaining about Superman being dropped on streaming too soon?
Well, Superman was dropped on streaming too soon, but I understand why. It's been explained. James Gunn said he dropped it because he wants people to have the chance to see it before Peacemaker, which, by the way, for anybody who's watching, and Rich confirmed this last night, he's seen all 5 episodes thus far. You should not show your kids at all Peacemaker. Just because Superman might be involved, you should not show your kids Peacemaker at all.
We're about to have a repeat of the
whatsoever.
Deadpool is Pan situation with Peacemaker, because so many people do not know Peacemaker's bi, and they're just going to go all in this season with it.
Yeah, I should be fine. We'll see what happens. I like Wednesday. I think I'm okay with
the Wednesday.
Changing the subject. Because I don't want to talk about it until everybody sees it. Also, the Wednesday thing, I had no problem with Wednesday.
You don't think Netflix is doing a right thing? They made people wait almost 2 years because those boys, Pugsley and their little friend that does the bees have grown so much they look like different people.
I don't think it has. I don't think I'm upset about the show or the quality of the show or anything like that. I think you need to. I think the idea that Netflix is toying with how we're releasing material is bothering. The Stranger Things is going to bother me even more because you're dropping.
I'm used to like Doctor Who dropping on Christmas or Downton Abbey dropping on Christmas. So I'm used to that.
But Ray,
man. We've become an I want it now society. We used to have to wait for movies.
Instant gratification.
Listen to me. That is not what this is.
But from a business point of view, they're going to make so much money on people coming in to stream it on those days and then rewatches. It makes sense.
Okay.
No, you got the people that'll wait until December when they're all out, get Netflix for a month, and then.
The other side of it is I think part of the problem with it's not like going to a movie. Like people are gonna be watching Stranger Things as it happens, and you're telling me we're gonna drop 4 episodes and then you're gonna wait. We gotta wait till Christmas Day. You're gonna drop them.
I can't say anything. I've rewatched Wednesday about 4 times with different people.
So I'm curious, how did they explain the one guy dropping out of season 2 for doing creepy shit or something? Wasn't there one character?
So they leave it open-ended that he is being transferred to an all-boys school in Switzerland. But they do allow him to have a part in the plot by making a painting that shows the ravens of this season. So this season is very focused on the lore of Edgar Allan Poe. There's eggs, Easter eggs everywhere.
Yeah, very, very Poe heavy.
Very Poe heavy.
Take this one, Raven.
What's that? I can't see it. I'm going off a cell phone and I can't see it.
Raven would have not survived the VHS era when we would wait 1.5 years for a movie to hit the stores.
I was alive during the VHS era. I'm not that young. I was a mainstay in my VHS era. I was there to get my posters all the time.
The first woman to admit she's not that young.
Oh no!
We have a record here, folks.
I'm over the hill. I'm over 40 now.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. So I'm not the youngest one on here right now? We got to kick Raven off.
My birthday's next month.
No. Raven's the youngest, and then it's Joe, and then it's Jerry, and then it's me. I'm the eldest.
Crypt Keeper.
Jesus, too old. But anyway, I love the show. I think the show's great. They've done a really good job with all the characters.
It's Tim Burton heavy with homages. Like, I'm a huge Burton fan, so there's
Ken, you are not
so many homages.
I didn't know Ken was almost 60.
Ken's almost 60. That explains why his health's failing. Poor Ken.
Only 31.
Old, but I'm only 31. Nikki,
you're a
go
pup.
to your room. Go to your room.
Good to go.
Is it past your bedtime?
Another thing that has to be talked about. Well, I don't know if Raven's sample. We'll hit her. We'll hit it up. The other thing that's streaming that is stupendous in every conceivable.
King of the Hill.
No. Alien Earth. The Noah Hawley show. Amazing. Incredible.
I haven't
Ambitious.
turned into it. I'm not an Alien fan.
Oh my God.
I am
What?
the art, the guy, like his artwork, fine, but I'm just not a space alien fan. Yeah, I know. The Doctor Who person's not an alien fan.
That makes perfect sense. And
I've never seen an episode of Doctor Who.
Oh,
You still my heart.
Tom Baker.
Well, you just said you weren't an Alien fan. I'm one of the biggest fucking Alien fans going. But we should talk about this. I want to. You think it's slow, Joe? You're going
I
slow.
think it's slow. Yes.
I think it's a slow burn show. Fine, maybe. I don't know. I like the sheer volume of ambition. We're not only going to have creepy crawlies. We're not only going to have a xenomorph. We're not only going to have two different things of two rescue missions set in two very different places, but we also have three rival companies and rivals for every kind of sentient android.
What is it? The
cyborg.
cyborgs, the androids,
Cyborgs,
and
the androids, and the synths.
Okay, so I've maybe seen a handful because I don't want to say because I know you guys will shame me for this. Not all the Alien movies, but a few of them.
Which ones, Raven?
Not getting shamed here.
You're definitely going to get shamed.
I thought
Which
the
one?
first Alien movie was dragged out, boring as hell.
First
That's
Alien
my
movie?
opinion. The first
That's
Alien
insane.
movie.
I
thought it was boring.
No, it's one of the great.
I liked Aliens
films.
better than Alien.
Well, I'm not going to say I don't like Aliens better than Alien because I grew up. I was 12 years old when Aliens came out, so that's
Jaws in
one of the-
space.
It's one of the. No, it's not.
Toast, man. That's it.
I don't think you realize we just got our asses kicked. Anyway, I like Aliens better than I like Alien, but Alien is one of the great. It's Ridley Scott's probably his masterpiece next to Blade Runner. But you're gonna say Blade Runner slow too?
I like Blade Runner though. That's decent.
Blade Runner's great. But Alien is better, and Aliens is better than both of them. So you haven't watched the crap ones, have you, Raven? You've watched the garbage ones, haven't you?
Oh
You
yeah,
watched the
I
trash.
like Geiger's work. Like I have a lot of
like
his
what?
artwork here at the house. I'm just
Watch your
not.
favorite one, Alien 3.
Fuck that movie. That movie can eat a
Is that
bag
the one
of
with the
dicks.
cat and the kid? Which one's
That's
with the
Aliens.
little girl and the cat?
Aliens is the kid. Alien is the cat. Joe's just watching things
Yeah,
pass.
I'm kicking my feet up now. Going, oh, fuck.
Well, Raven's there. She's like, I'll take it.
I need to, I guess, watch them all again, but I'm not going to watch the Alien versus Predator and
Just in
Garbage.
case I'm not getting kicked off again. Aliens is the one with the chest burst.
oh, like in Spaceballs. Hello, my darling. Hello.
Yes.
Hey, that's a great segue. Talking about Spaceballs, it was just announced that John Candy's son will be playing Barf's
I
cameo.
saw that. That's awesome.
It
I
is
will say
really
he
cool.
doesn't look exactly like his dad, but I kind of hope that they kind of say he's Barf Jr. It would be kind of cool.
Yeah, they're definitely not gonna. He's definitely not gonna be. The other great Spaceballs news is that Moranis is definitely back, and he's definitely. They just took a promotional picture with
How
him.
did they get him to do that, but not Ghostbusters?
Well, he was attacked right before Ghostbusters started shooting. I think there might have been a chance of him.
I think
that,
the other. I
but
think
with
the
him
other
getting
thing is.
attacked, it just
Well, Ghostbusters was like 4 or 5 years ago. The kids are old enough now where he can come back. And Spaceballs is like one of the stories behind Spaceballs was he was not picked to be Dark Helmet. He won that role eventually. That's John Candy's son.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But he wasn't.
Just for reference.
He wasn't picked.
There's been a couple AI pictures done. He just, to me, doesn't look so enough, but I do like that they're going to have him in.
It's fine. He can be a junior. But Moranis coming back is really important because he felt he owed it to
Oh.
Mel Brooks. Is one of the stories going on is that he basically said, I'm coming back because Mel Brooks gave me this role when nobody else wanted me to play this role except for Mel Brooks. So Mel Brooks had 100 calls in your comedic actor.
Was there a first choice beside him?
It was some.
That would be a good movie to do for a generation movie. Like, I know nothing about that movie history at all.
That would be a good movie, but wait until the new one comes out. For Raven, that's what we do.
Well, I think you should just do a whole bunch of Mel Brooks movies. Like,
well, again, that might be.
hey, I've been waiting for Robin Hood
do.
Men on Tights to come on Broadway for years.
Okay, there was just a floating head in Jerry's window.
Was there
Hi, Jerry's wife.
Oh my God, it's her. Hi, Ashley.
Hi.
Hi.
She'll be playing Chewbacca in the next movie. Hi.
Lizzie Kitty, hello.
Hello, Lizzie Kitty. Okay.
You should see her when she doesn't shave her legs.
Okay.
I had to.
No,
I'm gonna say right now, if you're an Alien fan, you have to watch.
Nikki says hi.
Oh yeah, Nikki says hi. Yeah.
If you're
She said
an animation fan, you need to watch The Hill.
You've been big into this King of the Hill thing, right? You're very big.
King of the Hill is one of my favorite cartoons, even from when I was a kid, and I think they really handled the coming back really well.
I got burned out on Mike Judge.
Did you really?
Yeah.
What, like Beavis and Butthead?
Beavis and Butthead, King of the Hill, and I mean, just
have you
generally
watched any of the
like,
new Beavis and Buttheads?
I tried to, and I'm just not there mentally anymore. I can't.
Yeah, it's not like.
It's not like when I was in college,
it's also not like South Park where Beavis and Butthead changes with the times and hits things very specifically, very quick.
Very specifically, but they do a lot of. They have been doing a lot of future episodes where they are more adults, which have been interesting to be kind of looked
I
at.
saw a movie or something. They were in a space place, and
The movie.
Okay, yeah, I couldn't do it.
Randy was a Beavis and Butthead fan. So.
Raven, I was stoned off my ass too, and I still couldn't do it.
Yeah. I don't know who the original casting choice, but it wasn't Rick Moranis. It was somebody else.
Okay.
That the studio wanted for a specific.
He doesn't like me talking about when I'm stoned.
I don't.
It's a family-oriented show.
I don't. Oh Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I don't have an electric puffer like she does, man. I have the real crap out on my patio, and I can't do.
Oh, I have that too. It's just
okay. That's it. I'm done with this. We are moving on.
But it's
Puff,
Kevin
puff,
Smith's
pass.
birthday.
It's Kevin Smith's birthday. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, no, that was last week.
That was last week.
Was it? I don't know. It came across my feed like while I was signing in on this. I was like,
Him
hey.
and David Madison share a birthday.
Take another puff.
I thought it was today.
I thought it was today. Okay. Well, one thing that is
Already
sticking
next
around
week?
in the next generations of Loud Nerdy, we are going to the Twilight Zone Redux. I will say, the episode's title is The Shelter, Jerry.
What does that have to do with anything, sir?
Oh, I don't know. Wait, hold on. Sorry, I hit the wrong button. Relax. Relax. It's
Wait a
new
minute.
world.
Messed up that pictures on you.
So did you hit
Free
Raven's
advertisement.
pen too?
Stop. Just stop.
Collaborate and listen.
Twilight Zone in color.
The Shelter is the episode.
And he
tonight.
swears he does not partake, people.
Right? That's what I caught out of that.
I hate you both. You guys are
I like
killing me.
this episode. This was pretty good.
This was a good episode. Episode 68 of the Twilight Zone. It is season 3, episode 3, opening narration. What you're about to watch is a nightmare. It is not meant to be prophetic. It need not happen. It's the fervent and urgent prayer of all men of goodwill that it will never shall happen. But in this place, in this moment, it does happen. This is the Twilight Zone. So the shelter involves a group of people that are having a dinner party. The dinner party is for the doctor of the house, his birthday, and it's all the friends from the neighborhood, and they've all been his patients, and he is magnanimous. It's a surprise party. The cake has been eaten. Everybody's drinking. Everybody's having a good time. And his son comes in from the living room and says, "Oh, by the way, Dad, the TV just cut out, and they said pay attention to a radio channel for some sort of radiation news or something." The dad, gives a quick grimace. There's also at the dinner party been mentioned that he's been building a shelter in his basement. And so what happens as it progresses is that basically the president has announced on this channel on the radio that basically there are several things flying through the air on their way to tactical sites in the continental US. This town in the Twilight Zone is next to New York. So the wife and the husband both know they're going to get hit. They're going to get nailed. Like New York is one of the prime like in the 60s, 70s, 80s. New York is always one of the first cities to go in any kind of apocalyptic nuclear proliferation scenario. And so basically it's just this really interesting character piece where the doctor has been prepping. He has a full bunker. It's got medicine. It's got a little tchotchke. It's got an air filter. It's for 3 people, him, his wife, and his son, and that's it. Well, the people at the dinner party are not as well prepared, and they start freaking the fuck out, and everybody's freaking out. And
they go home at first.
You'll recognize this person here on your right. If you can tell me, Raven or Joe, who that person is in another movie, I will give you props. I'm going to put it back up for everybody to check and everybody try to guess. The person on the right, the gentleman on the right, can you tell me another movie he's been in or something you'd recognize him from?
Kind of looks like Walt Disney, but no.
A little bit. If I had said to you, Charlie, open that ticket, show me the gold.
It's
Grandpa. It's Grandpa Joe from
who can all of a sudden get out of bed when the ticket was found.
Lazy son of a bitch. Anyway, so he comes back as this guy's filling his bunker with water and all different things, and the doctor says, "I can't let you in. It only has room for 3 people. It only has an air filter for 3 people. I only have enough food and water for my family." And he's like, "But there's only 3 of us, so you can let us in." And then hell breaks loose because everybody tries to break in and everybody breaks in. There are things said, including this gentleman in the black tie to the gentleman holding his wife, not the gentleman holding his wife behind, but the gentleman. He says, "We don't even want your kind around here," which is definitely a racial epithet. I don't know what nationality the guy is. He looks Mexican. He could be Italian. I don't know, but it's fucking disrespectful, and it happens real quick. And so this all plays out. They break in. They ruin the shelter. If we're going to die, you're going to die too. And it's just crazy shit. And the moment they break the shelter, the doctor's just in shock at how bad it's gotten and how the mob mentality's taken over.
Yeah, they start fighting with each other.
How stupid they become. And the moment he walks out of the shelter and says, "Fine, take it," and he's like he's all depressed and miserable. An announcement comes on somebody's ham radio that it was just satellites going over the continental United States. They mistook them for missiles.
So it's War of the Worlds.
It's not War of the Worlds. It's more mob mentality destroying friendships that have been around for 20 years. They say it throughout the episode. Been around for 20 years. We've worked with, they're all his patients. He's birthed all their babies. It's a terrible thing that he's the only one that's thought about building a shelter, and they immediately are mad at him and take it and work not to break into the shelter so they can get in and use it. They break the shelter so he can't use it. and his family's going to die like their family. It's a batshit insane thing.
You're not coming in here.
You're not coming in here.
Anybody in here.
Well, the other thing is, like, he doesn't have a gun or anything. Like, I was thinking one of the things I thought was going to happen, Jerry, is the first guy busts through. I thought he was going to get shot in the fucking face on television. Just boom. First guy through gets shot. But it doesn't happen. And it ends kind of quietly. And it's, you know, they announce the objects are harmless. And, you know, and then the doctor says something like very smart where he says, yeah, you know, we didn't get hit by a bomb, but our lives are destroyed because we're never going to be the same again. And he just walks up and he walks through his house. His house has been destroyed. Like everything from the party, broken, glass, you know, tables shattered, everything. Because they were working on things to break apart so they could break into the shelter. It ends with this amazing narration. No moral, no message, no prophetic tract. Just a simple statement of fact. For civilization to survive, the human race has to remain civilized. Tonight's very small exercise in logic from the Twilight Zone. Again, Jack Albertson's in it. Larry Gates plays Dr. Bill Stockton. Very good. Lots of people in the cast. There's at least 12 people in the cast. James Coburn, by the way, is the voice of the announcer on the radio, which is amazing. And then the context. This episode was written after fallout shelters became a thing in the United States after the Berlin crisis of 1961, where John Kennedy had a meeting in Vienna with Nikita Khrushchev, who basically said, take your troops out of Berlin. And then the Berlin Wall was built. So it was so prominent that, you know, and so on edge, Berlin Wall being built, fighting over Berlin, fighting over these things, that he wrote this episode specifically as an answer to that. As a, like, hey, we need to get our shit together. Because he's always Rod Serling's always ahead of the curve. It's a really good episode. I had never seen it before today.
I don't recall it either.
I don't recall it at all. Because I definitely would have remembered Jack Albertson. Because the moment I saw him, I was like, holy shit, it's this is the guys coming through the shelter door. And then this is the picture from the movie. And they just bust this shit up. They just break it. And then this here is a picture of the guy apologizing, and then
I didn't mean to say those things about you.
I didn't mean to say those things. And it becomes this weird, like, ew. Like, and then Jack Albertson behind him is like, yeah, he didn't mean it, Marty. He didn't mean to insult.
You know, we were all under this stress. Now we're not.
We're all under the stress. It was
But yours is the only house that's totally fucked up.
Well, that's true. But the other, like, one guy, like I said, the guy that plays some sort of minority, he basically midway through is like, you know, it's not our shelter. I don't, it's not our shelter. We don't deserve to be here. We shouldn't ruin his shelter because we don't have one. And the guy with the tie fucking punches him in the face. Says, we don't want your kind here anyway. Whack.
Yeah.
And it's
they were fighting over their kids too. Like, we have a young kid. Well, we have kids too.
Are my kids not better than your kids?
My kid.
Well, and the one kid in question is a baby. So it's like, I was thinking about it as I'm watching the episode, Jerry. I don't know how I felt about it, but I was watching it. I was going, if they're going to let one person into the shelter, it should be the baby. Baby's not going to take up too much air, water, whatever. They don't have milk, obviously, but what are you going to do? But it's a good episode. It again, season 3 seems to be a series of episodes you may have not seen, but are all really great. And then next week's episode sounds batshit insane. It sounds crazy. It's about Civil War. You know, about a group of Civil War soldiers walking down the road. And it's called The Passers-by is next week's episode. Season 3, episode 4, episode 69. You had it on the bingo ticket of the Twilight Zone. That'll be next week. And we'll also have a return of Jerry's on again. you weren't here at the top of the show, Jerry is taking his kid to college. So we got to work with what we got.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
So
Yes.
Jerry needs to make a new back to school movie.
Yes.
Oh, well, yeah. With how good that fucking dorm is, you're like, I'm going to college.
So
But-
wait a minute, JW. Speaking of babies,
Oh, there's a good question. What's your favorite back to school movie?
Well, we're actually doing a
Back to
series
school.
of them. We're doing a series. Back to school is good. We're doing. That's what we're working on. Generation movie, and I will tell you that I can give you a brief hint. Actually, I can't. Why can't I move up? What
3
is-
o'clock. 3 o'clock high is pretty great.
3 o'clock high is pretty great. But
I saw that for the first time like a year ago.
That
Really?
movie's awesome.
well, we did Back to the
Remember.
Future last night on Generation movie, and I dove deep. Where did Raven go? Raven to the left.
She wrote she's having microphone issues.
Okay. So in answer to Raven's question, we're going to do back to school movies in September. We're coming back on Generation movie on September 9th, 8th, I think. And we're doing back to school movies. We're going to do 1985 back to school movies. And what I would say, Raven, is to give you a hint, a Generation movie on September 8th, we are doing this movie.
I missed all of that.
What do you mean?
I had mic issues, so I popped in, popped out. I literally,
Okay.
since
Well,
I
what I was-
asked you that, I heard nothing.
Okay. So what I was saying is we're doing back to school movies for Generation Movie. We're doing 1985 back to school movies. So for September, we're going to do 4 back to school movies. They're going to be, they're all over the place, but there should be fun. And this is the one we are starting with on September 8th. We're Don't You Forget About Me. We're going to do The Breakfast Club is where we're
Didn't
headed.
you mention that that's being re-released? It's one of the
That
movies
is
being
being-
re-released
that is
this
being
year.
re-released. There's a bunch of, we're talking about that. We're talking about Clue being re-released.
Clue.
All 85, 40, celebrating 40th anniversary movies.
Batman.
So Batman. Well,
Oh
that
God!
is
Now I feel old. I remember seeing that.
that is Batman is not being re-released for any particular anniversary, but Batman and Batman Returns are being re-released for the first time in Dolby Atmos. So they've been retabulated to fit into this format with all new, all different sound design, cleaner print image, and they're running them one night only in Dolby Atmos theaters around the country. Batman at 4 and 7, and Batman Returns at 10. I'm going to both of them. That's why I'm not going to be doing Generation Movie next week. But the key is not Batman. Batman gets shown all the time. Batman Returns rarely gets shown on large theater screens. It's just not as popular as the original. If you're going to do the original, that's what you do to make money. The idea that they're doing Batman Returns, which is easily my favorite Catwoman, and even though he's a weirdo, I love the Penguin. So I'm a Penguin guy. I've always loved the Penguin. And so Danny DeVito Penguin is he's close to my soul and heart. So that's what I'm doing.
Pee Wee
next
Herman
month.
was his dad.
I will
Pee-wee
be
Herman
seeing that
was
this
his dad.
weekend at the drive-in.
You're seeing Batman Return?
No, I'm seeing Pee Wee Herman, Big Adventure, and Big Top at the drive-in.
Big Top Pee Wee's terrible, but Pee Wee's Big Adventure is great.
Never
Also,
seen either one of them.
You've never seen Pee Wee's Big Adventure?
Really?
The only Pee Wee thing I remember is the HBO adult comedy special. And then
Fantastic.
my girlfriend
Hartman
at
is
the time,
great.
her little brother was into the show. But
Yes.
yeah,
Well,
no,
the show
I-
was
I
great
didn't.
too. Show
He was in a
fantastic.
bunch of Cheech and Chong movies too.
Yes,
Oh
he
yeah,
was.
he was a
He was
waiter,
supposed to-
and
At
I'm
least
not
two of them.
sorry.
Nice.
I'm
nice.
sorry.
but wait a minute,
Hey.
JW,
I am
you
so
brought up
sorry.
you brought up babies before from
Yes.
the Twilight Zone, and I specifically mentioned something to you a couple of weeks ago about the Fantastic Four, which I thought was a huge, stupid plot. Freaking sorry, guys, you're giving up your kid to save the fucking planet.
No,
Okay.
it's Nate.
No,
Can't.
you can't
It's
give up.
Franklin.
You can't give up your kid to save the planet.
I'm sorry.
Wait a
The
second.
four of them.
Excuse me. You have the cutest grandchildren I've ever seen.
Oh well, thank you.
You giving them up?
You weren't moved by
Wait.
Sue's speech?
You giving up? Wait a second. You giving them up? You giving up the grandchild for Galactus?
For the
He wants to-
Fate of the world,
your
of
grandchild.
the whole
Joe.
entire world.
Think about this, Joe. Real hard. People are watching. Think about this real hard, Joe.
Okay, but first
Think
of all,
He's
about
getting
it.
off air. That
Fantastic
wife's
is-
gonna be like,
is-
"Excuse me."
Is Fantastic Four fact or fiction?
Doesn't matter. It's
It
it's
does
the moral-
matter.
It's the moral dilemma.
Hold on,
It's the
I'll
moral
answer that in a
dilemma.
second.
Pass,
Oh, it's
man. What the
real.
hell? It's real.
Two
No,
things.
bullshit.
It's real
You're
to
telling
me.
the whole entire world isn't going to gang up on them and say, "Get a grip."
Well, wasn't that the point? That's why they were all like yelling at them and coming to the building.
This is a big spoiler, but I will take this. Also, just so we're clear, they make it abundantly clear who's taking the baby from the Fantastic Four. Who? Who's doing that, Joe? Can I ask you? Who's
What,
going to take
Galactus?
away? Well, no, I'm asking you a question. Who's taking the baby from the Well, no, Galactus wants the baby, but who on this version of Earth is taking?
I don't know. Whatever metahuman there is that
There aren't
doesn't
any.
care.
There aren't any, Joe.
That is
There's
not
no-
true.
Oh, no.
They didn't really
Bullshit.
state that there were no other comic book heroes. They just focused on.
They're the only ones in this version, in this universe, except for Doom. We know Doom is there. So Doom.
Well,
maybe
do
could
we?
die.
Because we don't exactly know that is a Doom from that planet or.
Silver
I
Surfer is
believe-
there.
I'm sorry. I believe I said when I talked about Thunderbolts that it's not the Fantastic Four on the ship.
Well, it is a completely different
Stop.
spacecraft.
I was told on this show by a couple other people, and I was definitely told in the comments, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. It's clearly a Fantastic Four. I don't think it is.
No, I think
never
it's
thought
the
it was.
X-Men.
What? Are you high? Are you? I would say, are you high? But you are. So
I've had a long day.
I know you. I know you have. But it's
I
not
am
the
stressed.
X-Men. The X-Men are not on the ship.
I think it's Fantastic Four and the X-Men on that ship because it's a completely different ship in Thunderbolts.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It has 4 fins.
It's not a different. ship.
JW, I swear I can't pull up a picture, but I'm telling you, the one at Thunderbolts has
Not-
4 fins.
It's not a different ship.
Completely
I actually
different
like
ship.
Thunderbolts better than Fantastic Four.
I thought Thunderbolts had a really good story.
Let's go back to this crazy talk. Nobody's taking the baby from the Fantastic Four. Also, they said they find a way to beat Galactus, and they did. So why do we care? Also,
And they made everybody love Mole Man.
But
Yeah,
you're gonna put 3.4 billion lives at stake.
I think that's a hard moral dilemma. It reminded me a little bit. Do you remember? I know Jerry remember it, but there was a thing called Storm of the Century. It was a Stephen King
Yeah.
miniseries.
Stephen King miniseries. Yeah.
Fantastic. And that's just a town. And he asked for one kid, and the whole fucking town goes crazy. He asked for one kid, any kid from the town. He asked for one, and nobody wants to give up their kids.
What do we got, Jerry?
So this says Fantastic Four trailer with 3 legs.
So I was about to do the same
and
thing. Hey,
Thunderbolt ship with 4 legs.
thank you. I was just doing the same thing. Hey, Joe. There's a photo I just sent you to prove JW wrong.
I mean, that's just something somebody put on.
Those are 2 different ships.
I've stepped in 2 different nightmares. Is what's okay. It's a good time to end. We'll see everybody next week. Jesus
Damn.
Christ.
Tell me again that Superman was better.
Superman was fun.
2 different ships.
I don't think it's 2 different shows.
I definitely would have got rid
4
of the baby.
fins, 3 fins. Let's count them together.
Isn't that Luke Skywalker's fighter? They all look the same to me.
It looks like the same ship. Also, just so we're clear, you do realize one of the fins is behind the fire, right?
That's just a bad photo. I'm telling you.
And now it changes. See how quick?
No, it's two different ships. You could tell.
There's two different ships.
Two different ships.
Speaking of chips, I'm hungry.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Chips. Sorry.
Jerry, what do you got going on with Slapjaw?
I think our next show is on the 19th of September.
Where you at?
Union Vapors in Scranton.
Oh, nice.
It's a vape
Raven,
show.
what do you got going on? Anything fun?
I got my niece is turning 9. I'm going to see Pee Wee Herman, and AEW has a pay-per-view for my people who hate AEW out here. I'm going to be watching Bad Wrestling.
Bad wrestling.
What is a?
I think it's good wrestling.
It's terrible
Yes.
wrestling.
I'm sorry.
Joe, what are you doing?
Friday, I have an appointment for a Brazilian wax.
Your wife will
tell-
appreciate.
Just so we're clear, did you tell your wife you'd trade one of your grandsons to Galactus?
Oh yeah,
Ain't
definitely
that
got
the
to cover
truth?
that.
It's either you or you.
Crazy.
When he is just going.
Fucking nuts. People are nuts.
So
I wanna-
you're off for 2 weeks, man. That's gonna kill me, Jerry. We got to do something, man. We got.
I was thinking about this. No, we're not going to be off for 2 weeks. We're going to be off for 1 week for us. Okay, so next week we're off, but we will bring Loud and Nerdy back on the 2nd. So day after Labor.
So who do you guys want to interview?
I don't
Matt
know.
Burns and his crew, or do you want to do Thomas Churchill, director, writer? I got people lining up for you guys, man.
We'll pick. Let's do Churchill. Let's do Thomas Churchill. Let's do Matt Burns. Let's do everybody. That's the new goal of the network, and it's to have fun and have people on and enjoy people.
Let's do everybody.
I'm sorry. You just
on
said
our Loud and Nerdy Odie fans account.
Just so we're clear, you just said on a podcast that you trade your grandson to Galactus. That's crazy.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
Let's be honest.
Maybe my
Galactus
son
has been
my
defeated
daughter.
with some very stupid means. Let's
He
be
has.
honest.
Yes, that's
I mean,
fine.
didn't
Yay.
one
Oh,
of
cool.
the fans aunt to give him pancakes at one point?
I don't know. I have no idea. We have a couple things. We have a poll ongoing. If you like the new logo, which if you take us out of it, you can actually. If you take us out, you can see it. We have a poll up on Loud Nerdy. We're also going to be dropping all kinds of things there. That logo. Thank you for joining us. I want to thank Jerry. I want to thank Joe for showing up, and I want to thank Raven for popping in. It was good seeing you. Didn't expect you tonight. Thank you all for joining us tonight.
Run around.
We'll see everybody on the 2nd.
Happy
September.
birthday, Abby.
Have a happy Labor Day. Happy birthday to Abby, turning 9. Thanks for joining us tonight. Everybody have a great weekend.
I will take us out.
Okay.
Okay.
You do it. Yeah. Hands up.
You hire me as a producer. Your check bounces, and